Okay, then I'm going to sum up what we have done today. What we have done so far today, we have done body parts, elements and corpses, contemplation of Vedanā, contemplation of Citta. In terms of the body parts, elements and corpses, the idea that Vipassana objects must only be ultimate realities contradicts the Vipassana refrain for body parts and corpses. Right or not? Because the contemplation of body parts and corpses are all based on thinking and reflection, right? And these are all thoughts and concepts. And yet, at the refrain, you are asked to observe the nature of arising and passing away, of vanishing. So either there's something wrong with the concept that Vipassana objects must only be ultimate realities, or there's something wrong with the refrain. Secondly, contemplation of elements can be either conceptual or experiential as ultimate realities. What I mean here is that in terms of the elements, I forgot to actually explain this. What we explained just now about the different ways of practicing contemplation of elements is from the view of experiential practice. You can really feel it. But the Thai forest tradition contemplates the elements in a totally conceptual way. No direct experience. Now what they do is they visualize the 31 parts of the body, or any one of the 31 parts of the body, or the series of them, depending on one's inclinations. Actually, there are already two methods involved. You have combined that. You can go through the 32 parts of the body, like I said just now, 1 to 5, 5 to 1, 1 to 10, 10 to 1, and then go on this way. And keep on repeating that until, the parts become very clear. Every time you switch, it becomes very clear. Switch, it becomes very clear. When that happens, your mind becomes temporarily free from the hindrances. Your mind no longer hindered by thoughts about sensual pleasure or ill will and so forth. And no more sloth and torpor and so forth. And it becomes very bright and clear. Then you can also zoom in onto a particular part that appeals to you. For example, it might be just a skeleton. Right? When you talk about bones, instead of just a particular bone, it could be the whole skeleton, or it could also be a particular bone, and you zoom in into that, and then you manipulate that conceptually. Look at it in terms of the four great elements. Just like in the Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta, the Buddha says that this from head hair until fishes, these are all the earth element. From bile until urine, these are the water element. Right? Whatever that is fiery, that digests your food and so forth in the body, that's a fire element. Whatever that winds that you have in the stomach, including your breath, that's the wind element. So they contemplate it in that way, according to the suttas. Not a direct experience like what we did just now. And then through that contemplation, then their mind, then they extend it to exterior, externally, not only in their own bodies but outside also. Whatever that comes to their mind, they will reduce that into the elements. Just like in Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta, whether it's internal or external, everything is just the earth, just the four elements, and they are to be seen in terms of anatta, not me, not myself, not mine, not mine, not me, not myself. So similarly, in the Thai forest tradition, that's what they do. They reduce everything into the elements, and they try to see, and they say, oh, this is all anicca, this is all dukkha, this is all anatta. And when their mind calms down, then only they come back to look at the five khandhas within themselves. Okay, that's how they do. So they can also see anicca, dukkha, anatta in a conceptual way with regard to the elements and the 31 parts of the body. Okay, that's a Thai forest tradition. Now, contemplation of body parts and corpses can help to reduce lust and attachment to one's own body as well as other people's bodies. But the contemplation of the corpses can also reduce conceit, particularly with a person who is very vain about his or her physical beauty. And it also gives a sense of urgency. Contemplation of Vedanā. Vedanā is a very basic experience of pain, pleasure, or neither pain nor pleasure. Emotions are composite feelings involving thoughts, mental states, and bodily sensations. Vedana can be mental or bodily and occurs in all types of consciousness. According to the Abhidhamma, the four sense consciousness has only neutral feeling. That of the body has either pain or pleasure, and that of the mind has any one of the three, or all of them. You can have it has neutral, or can be pleasant or unpleasant. Now coming to the contemplation of Citta. Citta here refers to the mental state. The mind with lust, the mind without lust, the mind with hate, the mind without hate. So it's actually talking about the mental state rather than the Citta itself. Citta in other contexts may have different connotations, like I mentioned in my slide just now. Citta, Mano, and Vijnana are three Pali terms used to refer to the mind, intellect or mind organ, and consciousness respectively. Contemplation of Citta is to be differentiated from contemplation of Mano and Vijnana mentioned in Dhammanupassana. This will be a bit different, and you will see the difference when we come to it, in Dhammanupassana. I think that's about all. So any questions? No? Okay, so tonight will be a guided meditation. It will be a combination of techniques that we have learned so far. You want to ask a question? No, okay. Alright, so again, please go take a shower, take a rest, and then see you up in JGS at 8 p.m.